Hello, it's Friday 4th of October and you're watching Vulcan Forge News. It's your last chance to get involved in Vulcan Forge's mega $50,000 September Showdown. Vulcan's September Showdown ends on October the 6th at 11:59 PM UTC, with $50,000 worth of prizes available spread across various themes such as social media, in-game play and building, content creation and more. The September Showdown has seen a massive engagement in Vulcan Forged and Vulcan Studios. To find out more as we enter these final few days, visit our blog, blog.vulcanforge.com, and look out for the Vulcan September Showdown 50,000 in prizes await blog. In our game updates this week, we've got some massive news for VulcanVerse. We've got updates to Berserk and Vulcan's Creed, and of course coming next week, we've got Tartarus and Vulcan Royale updates on the way. So we've got some big news for VulcanVerse in a huge 40+ page document, with select slides released to the philosophers and the Game Council, and with full documents soon coming to Vulcan's Olympian community members and then the general public. The document provides information on guilds, professions, new in-game economy and more. Certainly exciting times for VulcanVerse. Make sure you don't miss out by watching Vulcan Forge News Weekly and keeping up to date on Discord. In our game updates for this week, we've had a Vulcan's Creed update go live across PC, Android and Apple smartphones. You'll find improved sound effects, a minor bug fix and improved performance. We've also seen quite a big Berserk update with many new features, including positive and negative effect icons, the addition of new Vulcanites to Berserk including Razorbeak, Manticora, Chimera, Genso Knight and Dreamweaver, each with their own powers, as well as some bug fixes and general improvements. We've got Vulcan Royale and Tartarus updates coming next week. You'll hear about them over on Discord, discord.gg/Vulcan-Forged, or of course if you watch the news here on X and YouTube. We've also got a Metascapes update coming next week. Keep your eyes on Discord for announcements on that. The vast majority of Vulcan Studios games are set in the world of VulcanVerse. But what is this mythical land? Let's take a little look at the lore. The majority of our games are set in the VulcanVerse universe, but at different periods of time. The modern blockchain VulcanVerse, the digital Olympus that you can now jump into, is Vulcan's modern technological recreation of the ancient VulcanVerse. As such, the VulcanVerse in the other games tends to be that older VulcanVerse, the one of the game books, written by authors Jamie Thompson and Dave Morris. VulcanVerse is a Greco-Roman style world, and you can't go wrong by, of course, purchasing those game books to dive right into the world as it was and to get a good understanding of the lore, the creatures and the objects within, from harpies and koboloi to centaurs, sphinxes and demons. Our games transport the player back to a mythological world, a time where the gods and man were much closer. Aside from the game books, the best way to understand the world? Play the games. Available on PC through the Vulcan Studios launcher. Find this at studios.vulcanforge.com. You can also find our games on smartphone. Both Android and Apple versions of many of the games are available, and in the case of Tartarus VR, on the MetaQuest headset. Let's get a few of our Elysium partner projects updates. This week, Sky March Entertainment are working on finishing up card pack opening system for everyone to open their card packs and play with their NFTs in Crystals of Fate. For May of the multi-asset investment vehicle, the public sale is soon to close, with listings coming this month. Edverse this week is working on enhancing their UI and UX for the LearnSpace product, incorporating feedback from their existing users. Rebel Cars are introducing their AI Pit Girls, with users able to choose one for every Tier 1 to Tier 3 car they own. Champ Association's Tyler and Bergen have been meeting with VCs to complete their first private round. Champ are raising capital as they prepare for the launch of their phygital marketplace, Tycoon Metaverse, and of course are branding their limited St. Charles champagne bottles. And that's it for this week. If you're watching on X, please follow, like and repost. If you're over on YouTube, remember to like and subscribe. And until next week's action-packed Vulcan Forge news, remember, forge on.